Hi, and welcome back to our YouTube series on SAP Business Technology Platform. Today, we will focus on SAP Data Warehouse Cloud, which is new to our free tier service portfolio. During this session, Amar and San will walk you through a live product demo, and you'll learn how you can get started with BTP and SAP Data Warehouse Cloud for free. With almost 100 services available, SAP BTP allows you to accelerate cross-functional innovation and unlock your business potential. The platform brings together data and analytics, artificial intelligence, application development, integration, and process automation into one unified environment. BTP is the foundation upon which enterprise applications are built, including enterprise resource planning, customer relationship management, and supply chain management apps. And BTP makes those apps work well together. With that, allow me to introduce Amar from the SAP Data Warehouse Cloud team.
Well, thank you, Ali. I appreciate it. So hello and thank you for joining us today and giving us some of your precious time. My name is Amar Naji, and I am a member of the SAP Data Warehouse Cloud Solution Management team. And I am here today with my colleague and friend, San, from the SAP BTP Product Management team. So in today's session, we'll walk through an overview and we'll get you a demo, a deep dive demo into the free tier. And overall, we want you to feel comfortable with the solution. So from an SAP Data Warehouse Cloud perspective, we offer an end-to-end analytics and persona-driven data warehouse as a service solution. It is managed by SAP and built from the ground up for both business and IT users. It allows companies to break down silos between their different SAP business teams and the non-SAP business teams, and as well as remove walls between the business and the IT. Thus, empowering the business users with self-service capabilities and allowing the business to get timely access to data while removing the burden from IT, but at the same time, allowing IT to ensure governance and compliance. Now, how do we bring all of this together? So from a solution offering perspective, we provide an end-to-end stack in a single offering, starting from the ground up, from the persistency layer with SAP HANA Cloud to the application layer, including the business semantic, the data layers, the modeling capabilities, self-service modeling capabilities, the space management capabilities, and additional storage layers, such as the data lake, as well as the BW bridge. And also with the BW bridge, we're able to help customers to bridge their SAP BW objects and staging their data from the on-premises world to the cloud. So the Data Warehouse Cloud offering also includes business content and accelerators from both SAP and business partners. Customers can also add SAC or the SAP Analytics Cloud for the visualization capabilities, for dashboarding, as well as for planning capabilities to provide customers with instant access to business data and insight. So to support all of that and make it all possible for customers to achieve what we're looking for them to achieve is that to help customers with their journey to the cloud, we needed to provide different commercial models that best fit the customer's adoption strategies, be it on-demand consumption or a reserved instance-based consumption. Therefore, with SAP Data Warehouse Cloud now, it's available under subscription-based consumption since 2019. And now we included it in the SAP BTP consumption-based commercial model. Customers can consume it under both pay-as-you-go, as well as under the Cloud Platform Enterprise Agreement model. In addition to that, which is the exciting part for us as well today, is that customers can leverage the free tier, which we released as well as part of this offering. So what does this mean for customers? This new consumption-based approach would allow customers to simplify their journey to SAP Data Warehouse Cloud and adopt the commercial model that best fits their business needs. It also allows customers to stay flexible and in control of their journey by starting free and transitioning to a paid plan. Also, it allows customers to start small and grow on demand based on the capacity they need in the future. So under this consumption-based model, we launched 2 service plans. Customers can choose from these service plans within the BTP cockpit. We offer the standard plan as well as the free tier plan. The standard plan is the same as what customers get today as part of the subscription-based model, with the same features, same capabilities, no different. The free tier plan provides customers with the core capabilities of Data Warehouse Cloud so they can start their journey quickly. It is available for 90 days for free, and then customers can add BW Bridge and Data Lake as soon as they upgrade their plan from free tier to a paid plan. It is important to mention that when you upgrade from the free tier to a paid plan, your work, your artifacts, your time spent can be leveraged as soon as you upgrade. No loss of work or effort. This would mean that you get a head start with the product for free. Let me now hand it over to my colleague, San, to show you how you can take advantage of this great offering. Go ahead, San.
Thank you, Amar. Yeah, welcome also from my side to show you the new offering from SAP Data Warehouse Cloud. And I will be going through to show you quickly how you can get a BTP global account, which you need to get this free tier, of course, service plan, and where you can then enable and entitle all of this Warehouse Cloud tenant in the system. And I will guide you through a quick demo and give you an overview of the capabilities of SAP Data Warehouse Cloud. And then we will come back to the BTP cockpit, where I will show you how you can upgrade and update from your free tier plan to a paid standard plan. With that, I will take over the screen. And try to share my screen. And you should be able now to see my my browser where I show you the SAP store. This is the place where you are able to get a BTP account with all the pricing and models that we have. So you have here the pay-as-you-go or the CPA. I don't want to get too much into detail here. So here is very well documented. You can go through that. What I think is really worth to go into is also to get information about the free tier services, which leads you to the so-called discovery center of BTP. And you can get here basically all information, tutorials, videos, and much more information like the commercial models for the BTP services. And one of the services which we are providing is the SAP Data Warehouse Cloud, which I'm looking for. Just to give you a quick overview. And you can filter here, or it is already pre-filtered on the free tier services. So you can also explore yourself other free tier services in SAP BTP. And here, this is the SAP Data Warehouse Cloud, where you can get the detailed pricing, you can get the roadmap, customer stories. And what I would personally really recommend is to go also on the tutorial section here, where you can get further getting started tutorials on SAP Data Warehouse Cloud. So once you did that and you get your free tier account, you will be able to get into your so-called SAP BTP cockpit. In the SAP BTP cockpit, I have created myself 2 so-called sub-accounts, one in Europe, in Frankfurt, and the other one in the US area. What you need to do to enable or to instantiate a SAP Data Warehouse Cloud tenant, you need to entitle this sub account, which you can do in this section here. I don't want to go into depth here, but I just want to point you where you can do that. And once it is entitled the SAP Data Warehouse Cloud Free Tier Service Plan, you can then go into your sub accounts, in my case in Europe, in Frankfurt, and then you will be able to find in the service marketplace the SAP Data Warehouse Cloud service, where I have been entitled to get a free tier plan. I have done the same also for the standard plan. So I'm basically entitled to do either both free or standard. But for this demo, I have already created an instance for the free tier plan, which I'm entitled to. Yeah, so you can just click here to create, and you will be able to see that one. Yeah, let me get into this instance just quickly, where you can get all the informations about this instance. It will take a few minutes to instantiate it, but once you have done it, you will be able to view the so-called dashboard, they call it. And when viewing dashboard means you are then entering the SAP Data Warehouse Cloud. Once you enter the SAP Data Warehouse Cloud, you have to know that the SAP Data Warehouse Cloud is organized by so-called spaces, where this is where I'm then going into the space management. Spaces are basically logical units in SAP Data Warehouse Cloud, which isolates resources such as users and disk spaces and memory. And in my case, I have created two spaces, as you see, and each have been assigned with different storage and user to these spaces. And that's how you can organize yourself, your data and your models in SAP Data Warehouse Cloud. Let me get into one of the spaces so that you can get an impression what you can do there and manage there. And as you can see, we have various sections here, like a workload management, the members, basically the users that are allowed to act and work within this space, the database access, which allows you to create a database low-level access control so that you can basically from externally also access the underlying warehouse cloud as a normal database where you can ingest your data with your tool of your choice, basically, where you have connection and also manage basically the connectivity to SAP and non-SAP sources, the time data, where you can use this function here to generate pre-configured data models for the time series that we are going to use in the modeling. And then we have some features also for the auditing part. I don't want to go over all of these feature sets here, but just to give you a quick overview what you can do. And as you can see, at least in the workload management, we have here the disk space where I have assigned, in this case, only 100 megabytes for my work for this space, because it's only a little demo space. And you can go also to monitor, and then you will be able to see how the tables are distributed in terms of persistency and the storage. It's got freeze. Let's try once again. Yeah. So you can see here various tables that are used within this space, which I've prepared for the demo, and also the amount of storage consumption per table here. So you get all kind of statistic. Just want to show you quickly this section. And once you have set your users to your space, then you are good to start with the so-called data builder. This is the place where you are modeling your data sets. In my case, I have started with uploading some CSV files. So I have local data here only. I have not created for this demo here a connection to a source system. So I really use simple CSV file uploads, for which I have then created several views to show you. And what I would like to also introduce to you is also the so-called data flow, where you can create data pipelines where you replicate data from your source into SAP Data Warehouse Cloud. And for that, I've prepared this data flow. Check for the employee table. And maybe I have to remark again, since I didn't use any source connection and just emulate the source via a CSV table, but potentially you can go to the sources here and then open your connection, and then you will be able to see all your tables. In my case, I'm again using local repository table, my CSV file, but I think it doesn't harm because the effect will be the same, and you will see basically a table remote access from your sources of your choice. What I would like to show to you is that via this replication, you will have a bunch of capabilities to massage your data, to transform your data via scripting. In my case, it's a Python script node that you can add in between. And in my employee example here, what I'm doing in the script is basically concatenating the first and the last name into a full name of the employee, and that is then the entire script data transformation that I'm doing in this routine here. Interesting, I think, is also that you can further schedule this data replication. So we have here the scheduling capability. So you can say, I want to update my data every day, every month. So basically in the interval of your choice, and you can set and then you create this schedule. It will run in a batch job basically. And once you set this kind of batch job, you can monitor these batch jobs to see if the upload has been executed correctly in the so-called data integration monitor. And then you will be able to trace upload issues and get more information about the data replications, which I'm not going to do in this case because I've already run them and everything went in my case very smooth. But just to show you this integration monitor so that you get an idea, I have here tried several uploads here, and you can get detailed information, what has been written, how much, and whether it's successful or not. Yeah. So let's get back then into the modeling part. So this is the data flow capabilities. So you can replicate data from SAP sources, non-SAP sources that you have created. And for this demo, I have prepared a sales model. We call it in SAP Data Warehouse Cloud an entity relationship model, which is very much like a star schema, an OLAP schema for the BW colleagues of you. And when I collapse it, you will be able to see here my sales data. I have my employee dimension that I have created on top of the table that I have just created. And we can maybe zoom into it and view also the data so that you can get an impression that the data flow has been run correctly and the full name has been here also written into this dimension correctly by concatenating the first and the last name. What you can also do in the SAP Data Warehouse Cloud is to attach to this dimension a so-called parent-child hierarchy, which I have here for the employees, but you can also attach to dimensions such as product, also text models, where you can get basically multiple languages translated for the text of your products or for your dimension, and then you can model this relationship here as well. What I would like to zoom in at least is the sales model. Let's get into this analytical model, just to give you also here a quick impression what you can do. So in the analytical model, we have here several nodes that you can use. In my case, I have joined the sales order with the sales order items. Via this inner join node, we have a projection node to filter the data and attributes that you want to see. And I have also here a calculation node where I can add more complex calculation for me. And we get here in SAP Data Warehouse Cloud also support for currency conversion. Meanwhile, out of the box, you can create here a currency conversion column, which I have done in my example here. Let me show you quickly the net amount that I want to convert from the source currency into euro, because I want to see my entire sales volume, my sales in the currency euro, and that you can configure here very conveniently, because most the currency exchange tables are generated for me. I just need to enter the currency exchange data into it, and then you can set the behavior of it with what kind of conversion time you want to have. So there is plenty of settings that you can do here, and get a lot of support from the Warehouse Cloud out of the box. And once you finish with your view modeling here, you can do the data preview. And I just want to show you this effect that you can. Let me show. So I think I have to add this net amount in company currency. In my case, it's euro. And just to show you this net amount here, which is converted, get it compared to the origin amount, which is the net amount here. So I think my data have US dollar amounts, and it's converted into the euro amount for the exchange rate at this point of time. So once you have done that, you have also the capabilities to use also the lineage feature of our SAP Data Warehouse Cloud, where you can see basically the data origins of your view. In my view is very simple. I have only one space, but you can see that this model itself, the sales, is not only consisting of one or two tables, the sales order and items and the sales orders headers, but also have the data origin from the exchange rate that I mentioned, because I use the currency conversion. Yeah, and if you have more complex models, like also tables from other spaces, and also use the so-called business layer, which I will not go into deep today, you will see also the entire lineage via this tool as well. So once you have finished, I go back to my entity relationship model overview. So again, and another interesting feature which is highly requested is the so-called data access control, which you can create here in this section. Maybe I don't go into deep here, but you can create a data access control, and you can restrict the sales order data by, let's say, by a sales org, and you want to limit a user to see only particular data sets for a certain region or certain sales region for Europe, for example, and that you can do also via the data access control. Once you are happy with your model, you can publish it and expose it, and then you can also use our other SAP offerings like SAP Analytics Cloud, and create on top of this SAP Data Warehouse Cloud your stories and your reporting and dashboards on top. So let's say you are happy now with this modeling and you explore your SAP Data Warehouse Cloud and you are very happy with this product. You can go into your BTP cockpit, and this is the place where you could then upgrade from the free plan into the standard plan. So let me go into the update here just to show you this pop-up. And currently I'm on the free plan, and you will be able to move to the standard plan, and then you have further settings in terms of cost and maybe the sizing that you want to set additional parameters to your new instance, and then you will be able needlessly upgrade your tenant without losing the work and all the models that I have shown to you. You can get it and transition it into the new, it's not necessarily a new tenant, but it is a new commercial model behind that, and you can continue working with your existing models that you have done also in your free tier, free plan. And with that, I'm done with my demo and will hand over back to Ali.
Great, thank you. Thank you both, Amar and San, for showing us just some of the capabilities that SAP Data Warehouse Cloud has. If you'd like to try SAP Data Warehouse Cloud today, you can visit sap.com/BTP or scan the QR code here behind us and click on Try for Free. With the $0 pay-as-you-go model, you can access over 30 services that you can start right now in a production environment, like San mentioned. If you have any questions about SAP Data Warehouse Cloud or this demo, please feel free to drop those in the comments below, and we'll be happy to answer. And with that, thanks again and have a great day.